Hello, savvy listeners. I am excited you are taking the time to invest in yourself today. Savvy, the business podcast, will show you how your daily habits can create your own platform. Experts will share solutions and efficient tips to create a roadmap just for you. One thing that can make this happen: change your habits, change your success. Welcome to Savvy, the business podcast. Hello, savvy listeners. We are on today with Dr. Toscha Dickerson, and I wanted to bring her on not only just, as normal. We have experts coming on talking about different topics, tools, and just things that can help you not only as an entrepreneur, but also as a professional. So I'm out seeking, searching, and, looking for those experts to bring on for you to be sure that you're getting the things that you need and hearing some of the topics and information that, is needed. And we are all, this is nothing state to state, this is a global thing. We all have a new normal, and it's figuring out a way to get through it. Some of us are stressed, depressed, going through anxiety. I mean, there's a mixture of a variety of emotions and things that's just going on personally for, people that's not working, business owners that can't open, they've been out of work for a month and a half. And it's just so many different things. I mean, we could go on and on, but there's so many different things that's happening now. So we have a new normal, whether we want to accept it or not. And we lived in a world where we are on our phones, we're on the computers, we're jumping on planes, we're traveling, we're in meetings, we're doing all these things of moving. Now we've been forced to sit still, sit within ourselves, reset, and figure out some new things. So it's so much that's going on right now. It's so much, but so little at the same time that's going on. So we're going to jump right in and talk with Dr. Toscha Dickerson. She is a certified professional life coach, author, professor, mentor, founder of Stress Out, which we're going to talk about a little later, founder and CEO of Dickerson Management and Associates, LLC, and co-founder of CEO Leadership and Training Academy. She is the vice chair of Reeve Preparatory Charter School and sits on various boards. Dr. Dickerson has a unique approach that allows her to connect with her client. She believes in building trust and rapport by being authentic and candid. She enjoys sharing her personal story to enlighten others of her journey and incorporating her spiritual perspective about life. Empowering others to reach their highest potential is Dr. Dickerson's purpose. So we're going to get right in there, and thank you so much for coming on with us this morning. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
Absolutely. So you're a busy lady. You have a lot of things that's going on right now. So, with everything that's going on, how have you had to change or shift some of the things that you're doing by being on these boards and participating with so many things?
Well, it's a big shift because the things that I do is usually we're in a setting where we're meeting face to face. And so now that COVID-19 has stricken our world, everything now has moved to virtual. So everything that I'm doing now has become a part of a virtual online community. So it's pretty much making sure or taking assessment of everything that we're doing and making sure that we are now in the century to where we can move to a virtual platform. So I've still been moving, I've still been working, just in a different atmosphere. So nothing has pretty much, it hasn't shaken my foundation, put it like that, because I was able to transition into virtual and still be able to mentor, still be able to coach, still be able to do my business and run it properly just from a virtual platform.
Okay. As a mentor and a coach, and as you know, I mean, everybody's putting coach on their name. Coach this, coach
Yes.
this.
Yes.
It's drowning. It's just being absorbed by so many people. Yes. And it's not to downplay what nobody do, but there's so many people out there that has grabbed hold to that name, coach of whatever.
Right.
How can you just, separate yourself from that bucket of coaches and explain what a person should look for in a, let me select my words carefully here, a coach really going to give them what they need, and not somebody that's just gonna get on and give them a whole bunch of motivation without being real and letting them know, it's not always good. Giving it to them real, that harsh part that's gonna hurt. And they, eventually, not at that moment, but eventually, be okay with, wow, okay, I do need to change this, or that was a lesson learned.
Well, for me, and what I tell my clients, or even before you become a client as a potential, I tell people to do their research. Before you want to go into any relationship with anyone, you seek out what you find out about that person. Even if you're dating someone, you want to do research about that person before you get into a relationship. Same thing with the coach, same thing with the mentor. I'm very big on certifications and having the expertise. So as a coach, I would always tell people to make sure you do your research. Everyone is using that name now, but for me, I always tell clients, I like to see credentials. I like to see that my coach has actually done something that I'm interested in doing. And the person that you're referring to in the coach actually has the expertise in whatever it is that you're looking to do. Because what a lot of people don't understand, they get a coach and a mentor confused. A coach is someone who's going to, I want to say, cheer you on, is going to help you achieve whatever those goals are, but they're not giving you advice. A coach should never tell someone, oh, I wouldn't do that. I don't think that's best for you. That's not what a coach does. A mentor, on the other hand, they can give you that. That's a personal person that gives you advice. A coach does not do that. You can have a coach that you've never met before. You can contact them over the phone. They don't know anything about you, but they are here to make sure you're going to achieve your goals. Mentor, totally different. You may get personal with this person. This person may know your family, your kids, but it's on a personal level. And I tell people, you get that confused. You have to know that your coach is qualified to actually say and do what they proclaim that they're doing.
So you're saying the coach should you're coaching on, and the person you're coaching, you may see that their skill set is not where they really think it is, or what they're doing. Maybe, they may think it's an excellent idea. Oh, I'm passionate about this, but it's not. You're not getting anything out of it. So as a coach, you wouldn't, tell that person, okay, you know what? You need to go get some more, take an online course or go back and reevaluate that because you're not ready.
As a coach, when you're a certified coach and you've actually had training to become a coach, you know the right questions to ask the person for them to know this is not something I should be doing. So without me actually telling a person, I don't think that's right for you, I would ask a question. So what experience do you have in this particular market? How are you going to do such and such that you're so passionate about? What are some of the things you think you can do? And from those questions, the person is going to realize, well, you know what, maybe that's not for me. Maybe I should pursue something else. I didn't have to tell them that, but because I know the right questions to ask, they're going to figure that out on themselves.
Gotcha. Okay. Working with startups, what are some of the things that they're missing when they go into business? You have a lot of entrepreneurs that come on and, oh, I got a DBA, I'm a business owner, but, what are some of the things you run into when you're working with startups?
Keep is a little bit like a tree. Ready? Okay. You plant it in the ground, things grow out of it, and you get all these benefits.
Keep might be a superhero that comes in and helps you when you're just at that point of frustration.
Small businesses are the heroes. Keep's the sidekick, comes along and helps you in your crusades.
Keep would be an octopus because it's got all those arms and it can keep track of so many different things for you if you trained the octopus.
Keep is a fantastic product that helps small businesses grow.
Keep is CRM, sales and marketing automation for small businesses.
CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management.
The CRM helps you to manage that relationship. We've given them one place for their sales, their marketing, their payments.
One arm could be, calling your customers. One arm could be texting them.
The typical day without Keep is
chaos.
It is certainly chaos.
It's the 4 Excel spreadsheets I have open on my laptop. It's the 15 sticky notes I have stuck to my desk.
Did I call this person back? Did I reach back out? Did I send an email?
Which Post-it note comes first? Which notebook comes first?
It all starts with getting organized and calming down that chaos.
Another arm could be sending emails to them. One arm could be writing down information about your clients.
Keep controls the chaos that every small business owner faces every day.
The coolest thing about Keep as a product right now is the Keep business line.
The appointments feature.
automation.
Automation.
The coolest thing about Keep as a product is having one system to grow your business.
Another arm could be putting an appointment on a calendar, and another arm could be sending a quote to a client. I don't know. How many? That's a lot. Maybe it's a squid. Maybe Keep's a squid. I don't know.
To get your own Keep account, follow this link.
Oh my God, with startups, I love them because it's like you have the clay and you're molding them into something bigger than what they can own. They can imagine, right? Yeah. So they come to you with all of these wonderful ideas that they want to do. And like you say, they get the DBA and they're like, okay, I'm ready, let's go forth. Yeah. And so the first thing I always ask is the structure. They do not have a strategic plan and the structure, the foundation. Okay. And so one of the questions I ask, how are you receiving payment? And they'll look, I said, do you have a business account? Oh, no, I do Cash App. First mistake is Cash App. And so we laugh about it, but as startups, that's the first thing we work on is building the foundation. Because I tell them, although you say you're a small business, we don't want to act as a small business. We want to think big. We want to implement processes and systems. So when we get to that point, we don't have to go back and revamp the system. So we always start from that point on is building the structure. Yes.
So in your, how many times have you experienced an entrepreneur and they use the word, I'm passionate about this, I'm passionate about that. And this is as, well, we know as a coach, because you're not going to tell them anything, but as a mentor.
Right.
We're passionate about this. And I always use me as an example. I'm passionate about some shoes, but I don't want to sell shoes. I don't want to, exactly. Like that. So, and I think it's become that word that everybody uses, is always known, do what you're passionate about, do what you love, do, all of that. But you have to know the difference between the passion if it's a hobby or if it is really a business.
Right. And I also, because I'm passionate about a lot of things, but I can't get paid for those things that I'm passionate about. Okay, let's be for real. And I tell people I'm very realistic when they come to me. Let's be realistic. Are you wanting to do this for the rest of your life? And can you make a reasonable and substantial amount of funds that can take care of you and your family from this passion? And we have to break it out like that. Because I tell people, I understand you're passionate about that, but let's see what you can do that provides value to everyone, not just what you're passionate about. And so that's where we start from there, because passion can mean anything. I'm passionate about baking. I cannot bake. I love to see other people bake, but I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't make a business from that. And I think everyone is just getting so into the social media thinking, okay, well, if I see her doing it, then it must be easy. I can do it too. But they don't see all the hard work that's going behind everything that's posted. Everyone posts the good things that's on social media. They're not going to post, okay, I just been turned down 20 times. I just got my car repossessed. I got a late bill that's sitting up here and I don't know how I'm going to pay it. They don't post those type of things. They're passionate about this, but what happened and what time and hard work that they put in to make that passion profit.
Right.
That's the key.
Right. And you mentioned social media, and so many people, like I said, they're posting, putting all this stuff on social media. And sometimes I think you talk too much.
Yes.
You know, stop putting everything out there and then stop announcing everything before it has happened. And even if it has happened, sometimes it's not necessary to post and you know, put all that information out there. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I mean, I know when things happen, we get excited, we want to share it with people. But that's when you pick up the phone and you call that friend or relative or whoever, and you know, get all excited with them. But you know, and then some businesses you can't post. Like for instance, with me, you know, even though I'm doing the magazine and podcast, behind the scenes expert is exactly that. I can't post, oh, well, me and my client was on the phone today and we talked about a $50,000 contract. You know, I can't talk about those things. And just because you're not posting, don't discredit somebody because, they don't post nothing on social media. I don't see what they're doing. Right. Every business is not for you to see what they're doing. But they will post information things, quotes or articles or, you know, different things like that. And again, we get so bogged down with the drama, the sex, all this other stuff. But when you're posting that information about things we're talking about today, and even a magazine, me as a business owner and as a magazine owner, I know the magazine and podcast is not for everybody. I would want it to be. But I know realistically it's not for everybody because of the information I'm including. And I'm okay with that. And some people are not okay with that. So when you see that and you start hearing people talk about that, how do you, you know, get into that to help them understand you don't have to always be the face on your social media page.
Right. And I tell people everything is not for public knowledge. You know, you can make money from social media for some things, but a lot of my business occurs offline. I had a girlfriend to tell me, you move in silent. I said, everyone should do that. Everything that I do is not for public knowledge.
Right.
It's just not for everyone to know all the moves that I make. I share what I want to share on social media. And I have to tell a lot of clients, especially my team mentees, because they look at social media as a means to becoming millionaires. And I tell them to me, that's not, I'm not going to say it's not real, but if you don't know that person personally and you don't have a relationship with them, you don't know if that's real in their life. People post what they want to post. So working with my team mentees, they look at social media and they think you could become a millionaire overnight. And I try to tell them that that's only what you see. People post what they want you to see. You don't actually know if that's real. The real work comes in you putting in the work and you actually knowing what it is that you want to do within your business. You can make money off social media. That's what I do. You make it the old-fashioned way with relationships.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be just social media. And that's what a lot of people have to understand.
Okay. In your bio, you talk about inspiring others. Can you explain why this is necessary for startups and even seasoned entrepreneurs, of why sometimes they still need that push to get inspired?
Yes, I need inspiration. You know, I still need motivation. Although I mentor and coach, I still need, when you continuously pour into others, you need someone to pour into you as well. And so it's very, very paramount for people to have a mentor and to be inspired. I don't care if you're reading a good book. I don't care if it's maybe a television show. It's something that inspires you to continue doing what you're doing, because we need motivation. It's so much going on around us. Like even now in the pandemic that we're in, we find now that depression rate is so high, suicidal rate is so high, domestic violence. You know, we're all coping with something we've never had to deal with before. And so you have to look around you, find something positive and say, what can inspire me to do such and such? And I just feel like once this is over, we're going to come out and we're going to have some entrepreneurs that's going to make some millions of dollars, because while we've been sitting here, they've been working. They actually, yes, they have been honing in on their craft, and it's going to be better and bigger than it was before we went into this. I truly believe that.
Yeah, I was listening to
inspiration coming from somewhere.
I was listening to the radio probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I didn't hear the whole conversation, but I came in on the middle of it, so I didn't catch who they were talking to. But the guy that was on there, I think he was a pastor, but he was on there and he was talking about how this is just God pressing the reset button. He said, I'm going to make everybody stop.
Yes.
And I'm going to press this reset button because I'm going to give y'all another chance because y'all been acting up.
Okay. He is mad with the disobedience going on in the world.
Y'all been acting up. So I'm going to give you another chance.
Yes.
Press this button. And let's see what you do with it. And when he said that, I was like, wow.
I believe it. I believe it. And I thank God every day. I say, thank you for this time.
Yeah. Because
it's a blessing. This time, I've been able to sit still, you know, and that's not something you have because you're always going, you're running to a board meeting, you're running to work, you got to pick the kids up. You're doing so much every day, but now you have nothing but time to sit and think, what is your next move? What's important to you now? You see, with everything going on now, what do you value the most? Is it the money or is it your family?
Yeah.
So it's a time.
This time last year, nobody would have never thought that somebody gonna make me sit in my house.
That's right.
I'm grown. I got business.
And I'm gonna do what I want to do. Yes. Yes.
And when they said sit.
Yes.
Oh my God! I saw a picture of the Las Vegas Strip the other day on the internet.
Empty.
I mean, deserted. Not a car, a person on the Strip.
Nothing. And I love Vegas. Nobody. Nothing. It's the same as New York. Yeah. When you ever saw New York, I mean, streets are empty or staying home. Because when you think about it, it's my life or your life, and it's not something I'm willing to risk.
Right. It's not, and we still have people that are at essential businesses that still open, and some people still have to go to work. And those companies, some of them, they're just want, I still got to have business. They're still about the money. And then you have some that's taking a step back. Let me be sure my employees are protected. Making sure they have all of the gear, the gloves, the mask, sanitizer, soap, all this extra stuff that's needed, just making sure we have those things. And yes, some want to have, that extra pay, the hazard pay and all that, but it's kind of that catch-22. I get it and I understand, but at the same time, that business probably still barely staying afloat, just making sure you get a check every day.
That's right. I agree.
And you worried about an extra $5 on your check, per hour, opposed to somebody that's sitting at home not getting nothing.
Nothing. That's right.
Nothing.
That's right. That's
Some
right.
people are already homeless. Some, they're getting vehicles repoed, they getting foreclosed. And even though with everything going on, you still have the apartment complexes putting eviction notices on people's doors. And I'm like, wow.
Yes.
It's like
during a time like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially if you have somebody that's been there and they've been paying their rent. But if you have somebody that ain't really been paying their rent before, it really don't matter. But somebody that's been there,
right.
They're going to work, they have kids, they're trying to do what they got to do, and you still want to be, that wholehearted,
Exactly, and that's what that is. That's right.
Yeah, and
it's like you have to show empathy. You have to show humility for people during difficult times. You have to.
Yeah, because it's gonna come back. It's gonna.
Oh yeah.
It's like God said, hit this reset button. This is for everybody.
Lord. Everybody. And I say, you know it's real, Melissa, because when you think about it, it's not just the U.S. This pandemic happened all over the world.
Global.
Come on, global. Come on.
And it
Sit
happened quick.
down.
I mean, I have never seen, you know, you hear about it in history from, you know, the 1800s or
Exactly.
1900s, but I've never lived it. And I mean, when you first heard about it, you think, okay, oh, that's China, you know, oh, okay, yeah. You know, and before you know it, I mean, with less than a week or week and a half, that thing went.
Yes.
It was
viral.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Yes. And I told my daughter, she's 8, I say, you have something that you can tell your kids that you actually lived through in 2020, a global pandemic.
It's oh my, it's so much, but at the same time, a lot of good is going to come out of it because one, a lot of people refocus, but the ones that one go, now it's time with the spouse. You spend time with the children. You're going to appreciate these teachers a whole lot more.
Oh, girl. That's a whole nother subject. Because I am now a 3rd grade teacher.
Teachers might actually get a raise now.
You're right about that. That's why I say everything is happened for a reason, and it's strategic. I say he's a God of systems. Is a system. So all of this was supposed to happen the way it's happening, and it's going to be some good things that's going to come out of it.
Yeah, it's going to be some good things. And I think people need to be aware of what that is and be open to the change and be willing to get a new normal for themselves.
Right.
And, you know, it's not going to be we're going to get back to how we used to be. It's not.
Right. It's never going to go back there.
This world is not going to be what we used to be. We're going to have some extra benefits out of it. And like you said, creativity has been just off the chain, you know. All these different things. But we know it's stressful because literally nobody can say when. Everybody's at I don't know. We're going to try to see what happened. We're going to, put these extra measures out, see what happened, but we don't know.
We don't know. That's true.
We don't know. So, with that, everybody being stressed out and going through all these emotions, explain what the acronym stressed out is and how did you come up with that idea?
Stress out means striving to reveal, encourage, succeed, and strengthen others by uniting to. And I came up with that acronym. It was myself and a group of my girlfriends. And we came up with this because we wanted to help underprivileged girls, and we wanted to help women who have been incarcerated and have come out, going back into their communities, and we wanted to help them to just reduce the rate of recidivism. So by providing different things and resources that they may need, such as resume writing, health, wellness, childcare skills, whatever it is that we felt they needed or they would tell us, we would provide that for them. And so that just developed because when I was back in college, I was in an abusive relationship. And it turned to where I almost ran over my abuser. He was a boyfriend of mine. And so in that moment, I realized I could have made a decision that could have changed the trajectory of my life. And it makes me from the next lady who's sitting behind bars. Maybe she made a decision based off her circumstances right then, but she didn't have anyone to help her bail out. And so my heart went out to them. And so from there, I started helping, I started mentoring, coaching, and I would do it for free because I know what it feels like to need someone and you don't have anyone to help you, or you need help with something and you need development, you need coaching, you don't even know, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm released, now where I go. So I knew what that felt like. And so that's how Stress Out developed. And from there, I wrote a book called Sisterhood. and it talked about some transparent moments within my life. And that book actually helped so many people just transform. You know, I had women calling me from New York who used the book for inspiration in a group home, in a substance abuse home, just different things that they use that book to help them, encourage them, and to motivate them. Because I told them, you know, it doesn't matter if it's you or I, you're just looking at me because I had a pathway out.
Wow.
You know, not necessarily everybody, but we're all the same. And that's what I tell everybody. No matter what road you tried all the same when you look at it. We're just one decision that makes us different. That's it.
Wow. I love that. I love that. What advice would you give coming from a coach / mentor, coming from both sides? What advice would you have for someone now that should pursue a dream that they've had to go ahead and move forward with that business if they're financially able to? Don't just, you know, okay, I'm gonna quit and figure this out. But you know, what advice would you have somebody like that, or someone that's just I don't know, you know, we don't know what's gonna happen, you know, pulling at both ends of it, and the person that wants to stick with their professional career and to move forward with that and just make it better or find a better job.
So for the person who wants to start, right, they're working and they're thinking about entrepreneurship, but they don't have the money to go that route. What my advice to be, you don't need the money per se to start whatever you're doing. You can do research. Research is free. That is a major part of your business. Start working on the foundation of your business. You will develop the money once you get your foundation. The money is going to come. But you do all your research now that's free. Make sure you have everything that you need that's laid, a strategic plan, all of that defined before you start looking for the money, because that's going to come. For the person who maybe is in the job and thinking, you know, I really just want to stay as a professional career, it's nothing wrong with that. I tell clients all the time, it's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5 and being an entrepreneur, because you have this on the side. You use that money from your 9-to-5 to fuel your side hustle. That's where your money come in. For those who are even looking to progress in their current position, you use whatever it is, that tool on that current position, get a certification, go back to school and get your degree. Use that money that's free on the current job that you have to get to the next level. And see, everyone think because I'm in this position, I can't do this, I can't do that. Utilize what you currently have, because it's right in front of you. When you utilize those resources, get certifications in whatever it is that you're trying to do. Get the degree if you need a degree. When you obtain all of those tools and resources, then you don't have to look back and say, oh, now I have to go to school. Now I need this, because you've already obtained it and it was free. That was on the employer. You see, now you're using that to help fuel your own business. So it's ways around it. I tell people it's no such thing as I don't have the money to do this, or I don't have the resources, because we have free resources all around us. The internet is here, the research is here. You can start building your foundation free of charge at any time.
Yeah. And I was listening to T.D. Jakes and Les Brown yesterday. And on the videos that I was looking at, listening to, because now it's like I minimize the screen on and look to it. But they were saying the same thing, you know, of I can't, or I don't have. And they both, you know, pretty much relayed back saying, if you keep speaking it, this is true. A lot of people don't believe it, but if you keep speaking, I can't, or I don't have, I don't know, what if you keep speaking that, that's what's going to happen.
Yes.
Even if you
Yes.
don't have it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to work on. This is what I'm going to do. You flip
That's right.
that sentence and make it into a positive and not sit in the, oh, woe is me type thing.
Exactly.
And one thing I'm going to say, and I know it's going to be a lot of people probably flinch on this one, but if you have a coach, mentor, or whatever you want to call them, and they tell you, quit your job and start your business, at that exact moment, you need to move away.
Yes, you need to look for another coach.
Yeah. I come across so many people, quit your job. You're not going to do this until you leave 9 to 5. And if you have a coach that's fussing all the time, I see it so much. I'm like, what you fussing about? It's like,
oh my gosh.
They get so much into the.
I don't believe in that. I would never tell someone to quit their job.
Yeah. No. And it's I'm just passionate about what I'm saying. I just want you to get my point. I can get your point one without you, getting all so deep into like you're fussing, screaming, and you're yelling, and it's like, chill out.
Oh my goodness.
what you angry about?
No. Oh my gosh.
So be sure that you find a coach that you can relate to. Think about it as a relationship.
Yes, that's right.
As you're courting, okay?
That's right.
Are we compatible?
That's right.
I'm not saying you got to be best buddies, but is this somebody that has my best interest at heart?
That's right.
Not just, okay, I'm your coach, here's my invoice.
Right. And see, that's what I tell them. You have to build the foundation. For me, when I look for a business coach, I need to see is someone who's at a level that I'm trying to obtain. So that means I've done my research. I know that you're bringing in 6-7 figures. Yeah. I've known this because I see that and I've researched. So you want to seek out a coach or someone that you already have in mind what type of business you want to do. It's not hard to Google or to type in that person's name of coaches who's doing the same thing that you are striving to become.
Right.
That's how you find your research, and that's how you find the person that you feel is compatible. And then you reach out to them. That's how you build relationships. It's easy, and you gonna need that 9 to 5 to save up some money in order for them to coach you, because now you're on a different level. And now you have to do some investment into yourself for personal development.
Yes. Yes.
And I tell them I'm a learner. I'm always looking to learn.
Always open.
Always open. It may be a subject that I know, but I may need to hear it from a different perspective. I'm always catch something different, even if I think I know the subject. So I'm always open to something different, something new all the time. Right. You have to be. That's how you continue to grow.
Wow. I have truly enjoyed this conversation with you.
Yes.
And I mean, you've shared some information and then helped to understand the difference from mentoring, coaching, and just making sure that whoever a person selects, that they look for that right fit.
Yes.
And making sure that it's right for them.
Very important.
Yeah, that's just crucial. Let everyone know, one, how they can reach you, and if they just want to, ask you, okay, what's some of the top 5 questions I have about looking for a coach, where can they go to get that and connect with you?
You can connect with me. I'm on Instagram at Dr. Toscha Dickerson. I'm on LinkedIn at Toscha Lee Dickerson. I'm on Facebook, Toscha Lee Dickerson. I'm not on Twitter, guys. Give me some time. I'm still trying to work it out, okay? I'm just not on Twitter, but I will answer. You can email me at info@drtoschadickerson.com. I welcome. I don't charge for that. So I love building relationships. I love that.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, joining us, and just talking with us and being so open to share that information. So thank you again for coming on Savvy, and we are definitely going to build a relationship.
Yes, I love